Well, hello and welcome to Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. This is archery action. We're looking forward to bringing you all of the matches coming up in the mixed teams competition over the next couple of hours. Yes, it's a pleasure to be with you here on another cloudy and murky day. Light rain is forecast at times again today with a maximum temperature of 22 degrees. The good thing though for the archers is the wind speed is at just 7 kilometres per hour today, so it's not strong. And again, the excellent conditions are really forecast as we look at the sessions today. In this session of the archery, we will be having the 1-8 eliminations in the mixed teams competition, starting with those 3 matches, and we'll have another 3 matches coming up to complete the session. With the Italy-Mongolia match will be the last of the 6 matches in the session. 6 winners of these matches will go through to the quarterfinals. China and Iran already have booked their places. They're straight through to the quarterfinals. They were the top 2 qualifiers in the ranking round and gained byes through this round. So there we are. There's China sitting there already in the quarterfinals. They'll play the winner of the Poland-Australia match in their quarterfinal, and Iran will play the winner of the Turkey-Great Britain match in the last 8. So mixed teams archery, this is the 2nd time it's been in the Paralympic Games. First time was in 2016 in Rio, as we look forward to bringing the archers out for the first match here in this session. So mixed teams archery about to start here at Tokyo 2020 at the Paralympic Games. This is the first of the 1-8 elimination matches between Poland and Australia. The winner of this match will be through to the quarterfinals. And we have 4 archers out there, 2 per team. And each will shoot 2 arrows per set. This is a best of 4 set encounter, so 4 arrows will be scored by each team in each set. The highest cumulative score will take the 2 set points. So here are the 2 Polish archers. Standing there is Lukasz Cisiek, and he is joined by Milena Olszewska. And here are the Australians. Amalia Oktraninda and Taemin Kenton-Smith. If you've been watching the archery, all 4 have been competing in the individual rounds.
The line judge for this match is
So Cisiek was beaten in the round of 32 in the men's individual. Olszewska was beaten in the round of 16. So too was Oktraninda, and Kenton-Smith was eliminated in the first round of the men's individual competition. So the Australians qualified in 8th place in the ranking round, Poland in 9th. So much to look forward to in this match. Some very good archers out there. The highest ranked archer is Olszewska for Poland. She is the world number 2 ranked archer. So there is Oktraninda and Kenton-Smith. They finished in 8th place in the ranking round with that score of 1,168. Each archer can shoot a maximum of 720 points in the ranking round. So it's very close between Poland and Australia in the rankings. There was only 2 points between them. As we check out Graham Winston there, the coach of the Australian team. So here we go. It's the 1-8 eliminations in the mixed teams archery here at the Paralympic Games. It's going to be Australia to play Poland. And first on the shooting line is Taemin Kenton-Smith, a 26-year-old from Brisbane in Queensland.
9 or 10 on the line.
Well, if it hits the line, it'll default to a 10, and it looks like the judges initially are happy with it being a 10. And now Amalia Oktraninda from Sydney.
7.
So each archer will shoot 1 arrow on a rotation, and now it switches over to Poland to shoot the their first 2 arrows, and up steps Lukac Cishek, 38-year-old, rather 41-year-old, ranked 38 in the world. So really good conditions here for archery today. No wind to speak of. The rain is holding off. Temperature around 22 degrees. It's very pleasant for archery. And now we have Malina Olszewska. So 17 apiece after the first rotation from both teams. Kenton Smith taking his time and now having to redraw. Each team has a maximum of 2 minutes to shoot. And there is a 9. So good start there from Kenton Smith. He has scored 10 and 9 in his first 2 arrows. And now Oktralinda finishes with the 6. She was under a touch of time pressure there. So Australia will lock in 32 out of the maximum of 40, which means Poland here need 16 points to win the first set. An average of 8 per archer.
7 or 8.
And that looks like it might be 8 from Cishek, which means an 8 or higher will win the first set here for Olszewska and Poland. And it's a 9, so it's looking good there for Poland. And they look like they have grabbed that first set by 2 points. As I touched on, this is the second time this event has been in the Paralympic Games, and it's a really good addition to have mixed teams competition. The defending champions from Rio are China, and interestingly, they are back with the same team as well. The same 2 archers that won gold in Rio are here to defend their title. Iran were the silver medalists, and Italy won the bronze. Looking forward to seeing the Chinese and the Iranians in action in the quarterfinals.
How about giving lots of love for Australia?
So just a 110 in the match so far. It was from Kenton Smith with the very first arrow.
0 for Australia, and the team from down under will be shooting first on target 2.
So 34 to 32, it's Poland taking the first 2 set points of the match. So just a slight change to the format, of course, compared with individual archery, which has a best of 5 set format. In teams archery, it's a best of 4.
Done. 7.
It's low on the target there from Kenton Smith.
8.
You can see each team has 80 seconds in total to shoot their 4 arrows. The clock stops after each arrow is shot. But the only other adjustment you can see to normal, I say normal, or Olympic archery rather, is that both archers are allowed on the shooting line at the same time. Whereas in teams archery, say at the Olympic Games, only 1 archer is allowed on the shooting line each.
7.
So, again, the teams are tied at 15 each after the first rotation of the second set.
Done.
9.
Octraninda for Australia.
6.
Well, she hasn't quite found her range so far. Scores of 7, 6, 8 and 6 so far for Octraninda, and that's 30 out of a maximum of 40 for Australia. So again, a gettable target here for Poland.
8.
And if Olszewska can match her compatriot Cziszek, then Poland will take this second set. And she's done just that. Good effort there from Poland. So not many arrows in the gold zone so far in this match, just 2
Team Poland shooting 30,
from the Polish archers,
Team
1
Australia
each
with 30.
for Olszewska and Cziszek.
Winning that set by 1 point
3.
unofficially, and the score now stands at 4-0.
Australians we have, in fact, Kenton Smith having fired all 3, but it's a teams event, and Octraninda will need to find her form if Australia are going to come back into this match. Poland will win that second set by 31-30 and take a 4-set-to-point lead, which means they need just 1 more set point to win the match. So to send the match to a shoot-off and have any chance of making the quarterfinals, Australia will now need to win these last 2 sets. But it's good to see they're having fun out there, Octraninda and also Kenton Smith, who is a character. If he can get going here and Australia can come back, Kenton Smith will be worth the watch for his reactions alone. But it's all about being calm on the shooting line, controlling your excitement.
9.
It's not an easy skill to master. Well, he's doing his part. He's going great. That's his 4th gold score in his 5 arrows so far. Kenton Smith is going good. And there is some high scoring from Octraninda. That's her best arrow of the match. It's a much stronger start by the Australians this time, as Lukasz Cziszek steps up.
9.
Cziszek competing at his first Paralympic Games, and Olszewska here at her 3rd. She was a bronze. She's a 2-time bronze medal winning archer for Poland at the Paralympic Games, and that's why she can really heat up. Bronze medalist in the individual in 2012 and in 2016. So Poland take a 1-point lead in a high quality set so far.
Done.
8.
Well, Octraninda, it's down to her. Really needs a gold score.
6.
Oh, it's out to the right again, unfortunately, for Amalia Octraninda. So Australia lock in 32. That's their best score of the match, or equal best. Will it be enough, though? With just 14 required for the win. And there's 9 of them. It's looking good for Poland. They need only a 5 or higher here from Malina Olszewska, the 2-time Paralympic Games bronze medalist, to progress through to the quarterfinals. And she's done it. A really solid match from Lukasz Cziszek and Malina Olszewska. And they have got the job done very nicely over the Australian pair of Amalia Octraninda and Taemin Kenton Smith. It's not to be for the Australians here in Tokyo at these Paralympic Games, but I'm sure they'll be back for future games. They've had a good team here, good strong team, their strongest ever team, in fact, here at the Paralympics, with representatives in other categories as well. So there we are, it is Poland through. Confirmed score in that third set, 36-32. It is Poland moving through to the quarterfinals. They win this match by 6 set points to 0.
Of course, other sports have been going on at the Paralympic Games, and up on the screen will be some highlights from around the games.
パラリンピックではその他の競技も行われています。それではその他の競技のハイライトシーンをご覧ください。
Continuing with the 1/8 elimination rounds, here come the coaches and judge onto the field of play.
リカーブオープンミックス団体戦1回戦が続きます。コーチと審判の入場です。
And let's welcome the athletes to the field of play for the mixed team Recurve Open 1/8 elimination.
I hope you're enjoying the mixed teams competition here in archery here at the 2020 Paralympic Games. As outcome, the 4 archers for our next 1/8 elimination match. This is Thailand up against the Republic of Korea. Line judge Shazad Aliyari of Iran is all set to welcome the teams to the shooting line for this contest. The winner will be through to the quarterfinals of the competition.
On target number 1, representing
Here is
Thailand.
Team from Thailand. Patarapan Pataweo and also Hanaruachai Nitsiri. That is the team, and they qualified in 5th position with a score of 1,231. There was about 100 up on the Korean team, who finished in 12th place, Kim Min-soo and Jo Jang-moon.
The line judge for this match is...
And all 4 archers were in the individual competition. Pataweo was eliminated in the 1/16 eliminations. That's the round of, rather the 1/8 elimination. That's the round of 16. Nitsiri, he was beaten in the round of 32. So was Joe for Korea. But the big star out of this was Kim. He went all the way to the bronze medal match, but was beaten in a shoot-off by Harvinder Singh of India. Lee Kwon-jae is the Korean coach, set to help his 2 archers. And there is Prayad Mukdayon of Thailand. So it's Pataweo and Nitsiri up against Joe and Kim. Best of 4 set encounter. Each archer will shoot 2 arrows per set. Highest cumulative score will win the set and the 2 points. First to 5 set points wins the match and goes through. This is Pataweo, the 42-year-old, in her first Paralympic Games.
7.
And now Nitsiri, who was the silver medalist in the individual competition at the 2016 Paralympic Games, and he was a quarter-finalist in the team for Thailand that competed in the mixed teams event as well. Both Joe and Kim are back from Rio, with Kim going first here.
8.
Korea not making the quarterfinals 5 years ago. They were knocked out at this stage. Joe only competed in the individual competition and was eliminated in the round of 16.
8.
Joe is 54 years old and Kim just 22. Pataweo 42, Nitsiri 41. It's great to see some experienced competitors out there. Archery truly is a sport for all ages.
9.
Good arrow there from Pataweo. And now Nitsiri. He's ranking in the world as 31 at the moment. 9 good solid arrows there from Thailand. 3 9s in a row. Locks in 34 out of a possible 40. That means Korea need a 9 and a 10 to win the set.
8.
Well, that leaves Jo Jang-moon here requiring a 10 for the set to be shared. And we're down to the last 7 seconds.
7.
Can't quite do it there, Jo Jang-moon.
Unofficially right now, Scores 34.
So it looks like the
Thailand,
Thai
31,
combination
Korea.
have got the first set.
And it looks like Thailand is leading this match 2 set points to 0.
Each team has a maximum of 80 seconds to shoot their 4 arrows in each set. Weather forecast today, there's a 50% chance of rain here at Yumenashima Park Archery Field. Temperature expected to be around 22 degrees Celsius. Gentle breeze blowing at around 7 to 8 kilometres per hour from the northeast direction. But really quite pleasant for archery today if that rain holds off. And we can lock in the scores now for that first set. It's Thailand winning it 34 to 31. So second set now, it's going to be Kim Min-soo to go first. He is a very capable archer as Kim Min-soo. He's a world record holder. He has the world record for a ranking round score.
5.
Go.
So if he can heat up, look out, there'll be some heavy scoring. Kim Min-soo holding the world record in a ranking round of 662, setting that in 2019.
9.
Good arrow there from Pataweo. She is going well in this match so far. Back-to-back 9s for her, and now Net City, who has 2 gold scores in the first set, and now 1 here in the second. So very consistent shooting from Pataweo and Net City. That's 5 9s in a row between them. Now Kim, he shot 3 perfect sets in the individual competition as well. He's a real hot hand when he gets going. Jung-moon would really love a yellow score here, and she gets one. Has that grabbed the 10 line? It's very close. Well, that salvages something for Korea, but it's still a gettable score here. 16 required between Pataweo and Net City. And there's 8 of them, exactly half. So that leaves Net City requiring an 8 or higher to give Thailand the second set. Oh, he does it in style. That's a great arrow. Brilliant stuff from him. And that is how to do it on the shooting line.
And right now they are sitting at
First 10 of the match.
In this 1/8 elimination match.
Well, the match is still not over. Thai pair need 1 more point, 1 more set point to win the match. So the Koreans now need to win the last 2 sets to move into a shoot-off, which they would then have to be required to win.
And let's give a big cheer for Korea.
So let's confirm score now, 36 to 33 in the second set. It's Thailand leading 4 set points to 0.
Our official Team Thailand leading 4 to 0. Team Korea shooting first.
So, third set now. Well, no 10s for Kim and Sue. 3 9s and 2 8s so far from him.
7.
Again, that's going to make it challenging for the Republic of Korea. Just 2 arrows so far in the match from Patawao and Net City out of the gold zone. It's a very good percentage.
8.
Very close to another one there, but that will just be an 8. So a 2-point swing required by Korea in these last 2 arrows to stay alive in this contest.
9.
3 9s on the scorecard, not too bad, but I just wonder about that 7 from Joe. That might be the one. However, Patawao and Net City have got to get these 17 points, and that is going to make it very difficult. In fact, it makes it impossible with Patawao dropping in a loose arrow, so we will be going to a deciding set, regardless of where this arrow ends up on the target. Pretty decent score there from Henry Uchai, Net City, but it won't be enough for Thailand, and the Republic of Korea are going to win this set, courtesy of that 5 from Patawao. Yeah, a bit of scoreboard pressure can sometimes make all the difference. That one there was the arrow that was problematic for Thailand in that set. Remember, the winner of this match will move through to the quarterfinals of the mixed teams competition, and the losing team will be eliminated from Tokyo 2020, Korea 34-31. It's all locked in. One more set to come. Korea must win the set. If they do, we will go to a shoot-off to decide the winner. Well, the Archers have been here many times before in their careers. All experienced. Net City, his second Paralympic Games. He's been to every World Championship since 2013. Joe and Kim, very experienced as well.
8.
All competed on the big stage for a while now. This man here, Kim, debuted in Rio as a 17-year-old. Pretty remarkable.
8.
8. Patawao.
5.
Well, back-to-back 5s from her. She'll be just a little bit concerned about those returns. City really needs a 10 here.
No.
It's okay. In fact, he's going pretty good, isn't he? Net City has locked in 5 9s and 1 10 in this match so far, so he is going great.
Nine.
Well, no 10s on the scorecard for Kim. Just a solid arrow required here by Joe. In fact, if she can get a 10, that will be enough, and we'll be going to a shoot-off. She has 1 10 in the match so far.
8.
That gives Thailand a chance here, that arrow, and now 19 is required for the win. We'll only tie the scores, but that will be enough to win the match and see Thailand go into the quarterfinals.
7.
Well, now it's impossible, so we will be going to a shoot-off. And Patawaio's form has just dropped a tad in the tail of this regulation part of the match. 5-5-7 with her last 3 arrows.
9.
Net City continues his stellar form with another 9. But it won't be enough. 33-30 is going to be the score, and
That's the first one of the day.
Thailand win the first 2 sets, and Korea win the last 2 sets. But Net City, in his 8 arrows in this match, 7 9s and 1 10. That's excellent shooting.
Green shirt.
He's been the standout
That is Charmaine Ho.
archer out of the 4.
Watching what the arms say, and it is a shoot-off.
Going to have a shoot-off in this match.
We'll be going with shoot-off procedures, where the volunteers will change the faces downrange.
So what will happen now is we will have
At the target.
each archer will shoot 1 arrow in the shoot-off. So a cumulative score will win
Then Thailand, then
this
Korea.
match.
The team with the higher score
If
will win
the scores are tied,
the score is
closest to the centre will win the shoot-off.
the center.
So there we are, 33-30. It's 4-all in the match. 1 arrow shoot-off to decide who wins this 1-8 elimination and moves through to the quarterfinals between Thailand and Korea. New target faces have been put on, and we're almost ready to go in this shoot-off. So high
And let's see
stakes.
it for Team Korea. How about cheering for Thailand?
Patawaio and Net City for Thailand.
Team Thailand shooting first on target
Looking
1.
for that calm and composed mindset as Patarapon Patawaio gets ready to shoot her arrow in this shoot-off. 1 arrow each. Highest cumulative score wins. If the scores are tied,
9.
closest to the centre wins. So just bear in mind as we go through the shoot-off as to where these arrows are positioned on the target.
Nine.
2 9s, and they're both very similar in terms of the distance from the centre, aren't they? Now Net City, he has not missed a gold zone score in this match, and that needs to continue now. Oh, for the first time he's astray, so that's 16. So Korea need an 8 or higher, and they will move through. And it comes down to Jo Jung-moon for a spot in the quarterfinals. Yes, it's Korea who are going to go through. Well, what a comeback from them. Excellent effort from the Korean pair, dropping the first 2 sets of that match, winning the last 2 and then winning the shoot-off. So you can't make a bigger comeback in mixed teams archery than what you've just seen from these 2 Koreans, Kim Min-soo and Jo Jung-moon. So they will go through to the quarterfinals. Hugely impressive performance.
Congratulations, Korea, and great shooting from Team Thailand.
Scores are just being ratified at the far end of the target, or the shooting range rather. But everyone knows that it is the Koreans who will go through to the quarterfinals, winning the shoot-off. Thailand, unfortunately, after a strong start, are eliminated from the mixed teams competition here at Tokyo 2020.
Going on to our next 1/8 elimination round, here come the coaches and judge onto the field of play.
リカーブオープンミックス団体戦1回戦が続きます。コーチと審判の入場です。
And let's welcome the athletes to the field of play for the mixed team Recurve Open 1/8 eliminations.
ミックス団体戦1回戦選手の入場です。
Time now for our next match in the mixed teams 1/8 eliminations here at Tokyo 2020 in the teams archery. And here we go with a match between the United States and RPC, the Russian Paralympic Committee. Out there for the United States is Emma Rose Ravish and Eric Bennett.
On target number 1, representing the United States of America,
Ravish from Alva, Florida.
Emma Rose Ravish.
And Eric Bennett from Arizona, surprise Arizona. And they come into this match, the Americans, as the 13th ranked qualifier, score of 1100 in the ranking round. And they're up against the RPC team, who were the 4th ranked team, 1,237 points. Margarita Sodorenko and Kirill Smirnov represent their team. Ravish in the individual was eliminated in the round of 32. Eric Bennett was eliminated in the round of 16. Smirnov for the Russian Paralympic Committee made the quarterfinals before being beaten by Kim of Korea in an absolutely stellar match, probably the highest quality match we've seen in the tournament. Smirnov shot very well, 5 10s from 15 arrows. And Margarita Sidorenko was eliminated in the first round of the individual.
Round elimination match on the field of play. The winner of this
a lot of
will move on to the quarterfinals to face
both Ravish and Sidorenko will be looking for better results as they were eliminated at the earlier stage of the individual competition. So here's Ravish, who's just 21 years of age. Going to be the Russian Paralympic Committee to go first, and it's going to be Kirill Smirnov to go first. Well, Smirnov, as we've seen earlier in these the Paralympic Games, is a very capable archer. He is a gold medalist from the World Championships in 2017 in the team's recurve competition. Sidorenko is a fine archer as well. She's a 3-time silver medalist in teams archery as well at World Championships. Now Now, Emma Rose Ravish, young archer, just 21 years of age. Just been to the One World Championship so far. That was in Hertogenbosch, Netherlands, 2019. And Eric Bennett, well, one of the legends of the sport here. He's got the mouth tab in, and he is ready to go. He has to fire from his mouth, of course, because he had an accident when he was 15 years old in 1989, a car crash, which resulted in him having his right arm amputated at the elbow.
8.
So Sidorenko takes the first arrow of the second rotation, and Smirnov now takes the last. So it's 34 for the Russian Paralympic Committee, which means the Americans need 19 to win.
10.
And there is 10 of them. And Emma Rose Ravish, she enjoyed that one. Here's Eric Bennett needing a 9 for the win in this first set. Oh, yes. Wow. Well, Emma Rose Ravish, just that 7 to start with, and then it was almost perfection. And that was brilliant work from Bennett and Ravish to bookend that set superbly with 2 10s. So they win the first set 36 to 34.
2 set points to 0.
They lock it in. Yes, those ranking round scores, no one gets eliminated in the ranking round. It's just purely to determine seedings for the match play event. Eric Bennett, good archer. I think most people would be very happy by putting one in the inner ring. So let's confirm those scores. 36-34 in the first set. It's the Americans leading 2 set points to 0. Winner of this match will go through to the quarterfinals of the mixed teams competition.
All right, RPC is going to be shooting first on target number 2.
Second set now in this match. Long hold for Smirnov, but still a pretty good result. Well, there is a maximum score for Sidorenko, the first for her in this match. The wonderful start there for the Russian Paralympic Committee, and Emma Rose Ravish is going well. Well, this is great scoring here from Bennett. 9, 10, 9 so far. Chance here, though, for the Russian Paralympic Committee to win the set. And a 10 off the bow here of Smirnov will do it. And get the Russians on the board. very close to the centre, but at worst, RPC are going to tie the set now. Well, Rose Ravish and Bennett finished the last set with 2 10s. Can they do it again? Comes down to Eric Bennett, former world champion, 2-time world champion. Not to be this time.
37 to 34.
Oh, high quality match so far, scoring well into the 30s here for both teams. We've got a good match on our hands here, but it's going to be the Russian Paralympic Committee who will win that set by 3 points, 37 to 34, and square this match up at 2 set points each.
And let's hear it for RPC. Team from RPC will be shooting first on target number 2.
Well, intriguing match unfolding here between the Russian Paralympic Committee and the United States. In this mixed teams 1-8 elimination match. Halfway through the match. It's going to be the Russian Paralympic Committee to go first in the 3rd set. Kirill Smirnov going first.
6.
Wow, that is uncharacteristic. Sidorenko salvages the situation. That's her second 10 of the match. 3rd 10 for the Russians, and the Americans have 3 as well.
6. 7.
Well, the Americans putting pressure on themselves there with scores that they won't be happy with. Opens the door here with the Russians having a 3-point advantage.
9.
Looking good for them now. Sidorenko, who's really starting to shoot well. She scored 10-9, 10-9 in her last 2 sets. She's really contributing strongly, and now Smirnov. A 10 or a 9 here will win the set. Oh, it's an 8, so that means the Americans again require 2 10s to get something out of the set. Can't win it, but they can tie it. It's not to be for the United States in set number 3. So the Russian Paralympic Committee will move to match point after the 3rd set. See if Bennett can. Yes, great arrow. And he'll be pleased with that because his last 2 before that 10 there were 2 7s.
In favor of RPC, it's 4-2 as the set score. And as you can see, competition.
The 33 to 31, not as high scoring that set, but good enough for the Russian Paralympic Committee. To move to 4 set points to 2. Sidorenko, 3-time silver medalist at the World Championships in teams events.
And
women's and mixed teams in 2015 and also 2017 at Beijing.
Here's your chance to rectify that. Let's get those
Smirnov was a world champion in 2017.
Wow, those are some awesome moves from Kevin Mather.
Teams events as well, and
How about RPC's dance cam?
he's got all the skills of a good archer on the shooting line, that is for sure. So 33-31, it's all locked in. 4 set points to 2.
Team USA shooting first on target 1.
So the Americans now need to win this final set to take the match to a shoot-off. That's their route now to the quarterfinals.
No.
Solid start for Emma Rose Ravish.
Nine.
Well, it's far from the worst start for the Americans. They posted a good score there, 18 out of a maximum of 20. Margarita Sidorenko, 33 years of age.
7.
So after the first rotation, it's a 2-point lead to the Americans, so they can close it out here with a 9 and a 10. If they can do that, they will send the match to a shoot-off. Oh, not to be. And Emma Rose Ravish puts big pressure on her teammate here, Eric Bennett. Bennett needs a 10 now. Really needs a 10.
8.
It's an 8. So disappointing follow-up there for the Americans. So 16, in fact 15 required for the win. The RPC, all they need is a tied set, and they will win this match. 15 required, and there is 7. So an 8 or higher from Kirill Smirnov will be enough for the 4th-ranked Russians to move through to the quarters.
8 to win.
Got his arrow away just in time, and it's all good for the Russian Paralympic Committee. It's a 9, and they have got the win. They win the set, and they move through as winners of this match. Tight call there with that arrow just being released in time. The teams have a maximum of 80 seconds to release their 4 arrows. So Smirnov using all of the seconds required there, but it will be good enough. The Russian Paralympic Committee will win that last set by 32-31, and they move through to the quarterfinals, eliminating the United States. So 3 consecutive set wins there for the Russians, get the job done, and they move through to the quarterfinals, winning this match by 6 set points to 2.
団体戦1回戦が続きます。コーチと審判の入場です。
Let's welcome the athletes to the field of play for the mixed team Recurve Open 1/8 Eliminations.
リカーブオープンミックス団体戦1回戦、選手の入場です。
1/8 eliminations continue here in the mixed teams archery competition at Tokyo 2020 in the Recurve. And here come the archers from Turkey and Great Britain to compete for a place in the quarterfinals. Hope you're enjoying the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. It's certainly been super competition.
On target number 1.
Here are the Turkish pair.
Turkey.
It's Yakmor Single.
Yağmur Şengül.
The left-hand side, world ranking of 7, and her teammate Sadiq Savaş, who's the number 2 ranked archer in the world in the men's competition. And here are the British pair, Hazel Chasty and Dave Phillips. Turkey come in as the 7th ranked qualifier after the ranking round with a score of 1168. Britain 15 points behind them in 10th position. And here is their results to date. Single eliminated in the round of 32 in the women's competition. Savaş made the quarterfinals of the men's competition before losing to the eventual gold medalist Kevin Mather of the United States. Dave Phillips made the quarterfinals of the men's competition. And Hazel Chasty made the quarterfinals as well. So 3 of the 4 archers competing here were quarterfinalists in the individual competition. So it should be a good competitive match if they can bring their best form to the shooting line right here. Single on the right here is a silver medalist from the 2019 World Championships in the teams competition. Savaş competing in his 2nd Paralympic Games. So a bit of experience in this team. Single here, 27 years old. Savaş, 34. But a single not happy with that first arrow, you would think. Savaş with an 8, so Turkey 13 after the first rotation. Now Phillips and Chasty. Chasty competing in her 1st Paralympic Games. Competed in the World Championships in 2019.
7.
And Phillips here. He's competed in 2 World Championships. And this is 2nd Paralympic Games. Finalist from the last Paralympic Games in 2016. Very fine archer. So 17 required for the win here for Great Britain.
9.
There's 9 of them. Nice arrow from Hazel Chasty, which leaves Dave Phillips requiring an 8 to grab the first 2 set points. And he does so.
Team GBR with 32 points in that set.
So they're going to take the first set. The
British
British pair.
Over Team Turkey 2-0.
Great Britain quarter-finalists at the last Paralympic Games before beaten by Iran, who won the silver. Dave Phillips, part of that team. Let's see if he can go better here 5 years later.
And let's see our support for Team Turkey.
Some very experienced archers out there. Very keen to end their Olympic campaigns, Paralympic campaigns with medals here. So it's Great Britain leading by 2 set points to 0, winning that first set 32-30. So each archer, if you've just joined the broadcast, each archer will shoot 2 arrows per set. So 4 arrows will score per team per set. Highest cumulative score grabs the first 2 set points, as you've just seen. First to 5 set points wins the match. It's a best of 4 set encounter. Each team has 80 seconds to shoot their arrows. The clock will stop after each arrow.
10.
And that is Savage getting the first 10 of this match. Hangs in that 9 zone for Hazel Chasty. She indicated it might be going a bit high. Perhaps she was expecting it even higher than it ended up being. But she and Phillips have made a solid start in this match. Well, that's a 9. It's right on the line. So that's 4 consecutive 9s now for Great Britain in this match. And if they keep shooting at that consistency, that will be competitive. Well, for Turkey to be competitive in this set, it's really down to Sadiq Savage. She needs a 10 here. Back-to-back 10s required.
9.
Good shooting from him. So 33 is going to be locked in for Turkey, which means Great Britain needs 16. There's 9 of them, so 7 or higher for Dave Phillips. Target's nice and big for the 55-year-old from Wales. Oh, it's a 6. Well, there's a missed opportunity for the Great British pair.
Last arrow from Mr. Phillips on GBR.
Well, that is a set point that's slipped through the grasp of Great Britain. So that means we'll have a tied set, 33 each, and Turkey almost get a bonus set point there. Small margins in the sport right there.
And let's show some support for GBR. Those
arrow from Phillips.
Coats.
Just escaping the 7 zone.
Red, peach. Can't really be sure, but they are distinctive.
Good shooting from Savage. She's going well.
Right now, 3-1. Team Turkey shooting first.
10-9 in that set for him. And here's that arrow. Just look at that. Missed the 7 zone by about maybe 6 or 7 millimeters. Gives Turkey the point they were looking for. 3 set points to 1 now. Here we go with the 3rd set. If Great Britain win this 3rd set, they will win the match. Turkey need either a tie or a win in the set. Have any chance of making the quarterfinals, and there is an excellent arrow, easily the best arrow of the match from Yagmur Single. Well, high standard of archery in this set from these teams so far. Phillips, now very experienced. I'm sure he'll put the 6 behind him that he fired in the last set. Yeah, good effort there from Phillips. So it's beautifully poised, this one, 19 apiece. So 35, the score. 17 required for the win for Great Britain. Phillips for the win here. A gold score is what he's wanting. Oh, yes. I loved the little comment from Phillips. As soon as the arrow left the bow, it's good. And it was. The feel-good factor was right there for Dave Phillips, who absolutely scored a gem. And it is Great Britain who will go through to the quarterfinals with a really good set of archery there. 37 out of a possible 40. Turkey finished with 35, and this is the sport. That was their highest scoring set as well, but it wasn't good enough. So Great Britain are going to go through to the quarterfinals. They have eliminated Turkey in the mixed teams competition. Great Britain win by 5 set points to 1.
here are some great Paralympic moments for the British.
それでは英国のハイライトシーンをご覧ください。
Just letting you know, folks, there'll be a slight pause in proceedings before our next match, which will feature Brazil and Japan. And that match will start in about 5 minutes. So stay with us.
Continuing with the next 1/8 elimination round, here come the coaches and judge onto the field of play.
リカーブオープンミックス団体戦1回戦が続きます。コーチと審判の入場です。
This is mixed teams, Recurve Archery here at Tokyo 2020 at the Paralympic Games. Thank you for joining us from Yumenoshima Park Archery Field. Let's move through this competition, and out come the archers from Brazil and Japan. See who will move through to the quarterfinals. Exciting match in prospect here. Japanese coming into this match as the 6th ranked qualifier after the ranking round. Score of 1193 combined between the two archers. And the Brazilians 11th, 1153, 40 points behind the Japanese archers. Here we are, the Brazilians, Fabiola Durgovic on the left of screen and Heriberto Roca. And a Japanese pair.
Number 2, representing Japan.
Shigesara Chika and Uyama Tomohiro.
The line judge for this match is
Well, the two men in these teams were eliminated in the round of 32. And the two women who we're enjoying in this match both made the quarterfinals. Shigesara was eliminated by Wu of China, and Durgovic beaten by Namati of Iran, who of course went on to win the gold medal. The line judge for this match is Martino Miani of Italy. Durgovic here. Let's have a look at Uyama and Shigesara. Uyama in his 2nd Paralympic Games, quarter-finalist in the men's individual in 2016 in Rio. Shigesara competing in her 1st Paralympic Games, but has competed at 2 World Championships. And the Brazilians, Roca has competed at 1 World Championships 2019. Durgovic here at her 2nd Paralympic Games. She was in the team event where Brazil made the quarterfinals 5 years ago, so she's looking to replicate that here as the Japanese go first. This is Uyama Tomohiro.
Hey.
And now Shigesara Chika. Kita Kayushu.
Hey.
Durgovic and Roca, both from the Sao Paulo district in Brazil. So Roca, very fine all-round sportsman, former wheelchair basketball representative for Brazil, and he competed at 2 Paralympic Games in that sport back in Athens and Beijing. So wonderful to see him now representing his country in a completely different sport. It's awesome when Paralympians are able to do that. As you can see from that 10 that he fired with his first arrow, he's pretty decent archer.
9.
So Shigesara to end the first set here for the Japanese.
9.
So Japan end with 34. So Brazil require 17 to win the first set. Roca stepping up. He's 41. Well, it now needs a 10 from Fabiola Durgovic to win. She's only got 7 seconds left on the shot clock too. She's going to have to fire pretty shortly. She does. Not able to do it. In fact, it's going to be a squared set. Durgovic, a very fine archer. She did win 2 matches in the individual competition before being beaten by Namati. She got some wins under her belt and fought hard. And we saw some evidence of her pressure handling skills right there. With not only scoreboard pressure applied by the Japanese, but also time pressure with that shot clock ticking down. She managed to come through and salvage something there for her team, which was pretty impressive. So first set is a shared set at 34 each. 1 set point each. First team to 5 set points wins the match and will move through to the last 8.
Eight or 9 on the line.
Well, it's been provisionally scored an 8. That arrow from Uyama. Roka not getting his radar right there at all. And one arrow like that is all it takes for teams to find it very difficult to compete.
7.
Well, especially when your opponents can capitalize on that. There's the first 10 from Uyama. Perfect time to fire one in too. 7, and that will see Japan win that set. Not the most authoritative arrow there from Shigesada, but it doesn't matter. It's enough. Even 2 10s won't be good enough for the Brazilians in this set.
7 or 8 on the line.
Struggling just a tad in that set. Adjusting the sight on his bow there. Hopefully that will be the magic solution for him.
4.
Gergovich really leaving her best form
Last shot
on the shooting line there rather than on the target, with just a 7 and a 4 scored by her in that set. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter, because no matter what she scored, it was still going to be Japan's set.
3-1 in this set.
1対1の同点で迎えたただいまの第2セット、24対34で日本に2セットポイントが入り、1対3、日本のリードです。日本の上山選手は8月28日に選手村で誕生日を迎えた34歳、重貞選手は38歳、ともに世界ランクは9位です。
And let's show our support for Team Brazil. Scores are official and confirmed. Team Japan 3 set points, Team Brazil with 1. The first team to reach 5 points will win this match.
So lots of work now for Brazil to do. It is Japan who have the advantage after winning that second set. Still not over though. Better from Durkovic. So 17. Well, Japan's starting to heat up here, and that's a good arrow there from Uyama. Oh, yes. Well, this is looking most encouraging here for Japan to grab that 2-point lead. That's okay. Keeps the Brazilians in the hunt. They need at least a tie in the set. Quick release that time by Durkovic, and it's 7. And it needed to be very quick. That time was ticking right away again. Wow, not easy for her. So 15 required, and there's 9 of them. This is very gettable here for Chika. Needing just a 6 to win the match for Japan. It's a 7, and that'll do. It is a very accomplished win for Japan. Scores of 34, 34, and 35.
And it looks like right now Team Japan
Couple of 10s from Uyama.
but we are waiting for
Durkovic and Alves Roca are going to be eliminated from the competition, and just an example there of need to work together as a team with 80 seconds on the shot clock for all 4 arrows. But good to see Shigesada and Uyama performing well together in that 1-8 elimination match, and they are through to the last 8. Chances for medals remain for that pair. They win this by 5 set points to 1.
On the field of play from the team from Brazil.
Stay with us, folks. Our final match is coming up shortly between Italy and Mongolia. Hope you can stay with us. Final match in this session of the 1-8 eliminations here in the mixed teams archery.
our final match of this morning's session, and we'd love to see you cheering, making some noise with your feet and your hands.
行われておりますミックス団体戦、本日午前中の試合の最後の試合となりました。どうぞ皆さん拍手で応援してください。
Wait just for the last 1/8 elimination match. Let's check out the quarterfinal lineup. It's China, who are going to play Poland. Great Britain are going to play Iran. That has been confirmed. So looking forward to our match between Japan and the winner of our next match, Italy versus Mongolia, and it's going to be Korea up against the Russian Paralympic Committee. It's the quarterfinal lineup as it stands at the moment. Time now for mixed teams recurve archery action here at Tokyo 2020 at the Paralympic Games. 1/8 eliminations as we welcome teams from Italy and from Mongolia for this match. Out they come, the two Italians and Mongolians, Elisabetta Mino and Stefano Traversani of Italy. They'll be playing Dembaro Salengi and Namjilma Munkpata of Mongolia. Mongolians qualifying in 14th position for this mixed team competition. And Italy coming in 3rd place in the ranking rounds as Mino, world #1 ranked women's archer, and Traversani, who's number 12 in men's archery at the moment. So very good performance from them in the ranking round. And here are the Mongolians. Dembaro Salenge and Namjilma Munkpata, 870 points just in their ranking round. It was well behind the Italians, who finished with 1,242. Just to see line judge back out there again for this match. Line judge is Marin Hassa of Germany.
The winner of this match will move on to face Japan later on this evening. Team Italy shooting first on target.
The Italians, who were the bronze medalists from 2016 in Rio in this event, which debuted at the Paralympics 5 years ago. The Italians, and part of that team was Elisabetta Mino. So she's going for back-to-back medals in this event, and it's going to be her teammate Stefano Traversani from Milan to go first. Traversani made the round of 32, was beaten in the first round of the men's individual. He lost in a shoot-off to the eventual bronze medalist Harvinder Singh of India, and Mino made it to the quarterfinals before losing in a shoot-off as well in the individual. She lost to Pimonidou of Greece, who eventually finished in 4th position. So Traversani not starting particularly strongly, but Mino scoring a 9. Mino at her 4th Paralympic Games. Traversani at his 1st. Here are the Mongolians, Dembaro and Namjilma. They both were beaten in the first round of the women's and men's individual competitions respectively. Both competing in their first Paralympic Games for their country. So each archer will shoot 2 arrows per set. We're back to the Italians now. Traversani goes next. He's a gold medalist at the World Championships in 2017 in teams archery. So not happy with his setup at all, was he? Shaking his head. Mino. Well, she's won plenty of medals in her career. 6 World Championship medals, including gold in 2017 in teams archery. She's also won 2 Paralympic medals too. Silver in London, bronze in Rio, as we touched on.
7.
Mino would love a gold medal here to complete the trifecta of colours. A 10 here for Namjilma will win the set for Mongolia. Not to be for
Team Italy winning that set unofficially 27-25.
Mongolia in that
right now it is
set. So Italy will take the 2 set points. This 1-8 elimination match. So the winner of this tie here will complete the quarterfinal lineup. China are the defending champions. They've got a bye straight through to the quarterfinals along with Iran. Iran and China are the gold and silver medal winning teams from Rio. Now with the top 2 in the ranking rounds here as well. Just need to see how we move through that session when it comes around. Here is the result of the first set of this match. Italy 27, Mongolia 25. 2 set points to 0 to the Italians. Set number 2 now. Shooting first is Dimbarel Singali, 34th in the world rankings.
10.
Wow, great arrow. That is going to get Mongolia off to the races. So advantage to Mongolia after the first rotation. Still work to do though. Of a 29-year-old Namjilma rather, steps up to the shooting line and needs a good score here. 9 or a 10, a gold score.
2.
Oh dear. Way off target, unfortunately, for him. And that is really disappointing for the Mongolians because it's the Italians needing just 12 to win the set. There's 9 of them. Traversani with that arrow. So just a 3 or better for Elisabetta Mino.
9.
Good Good solid scoring from the Italians. As they lock in 32.
Right now, it's Team Italy with 32 points over Team Mongolia with 25.
That will give the Italians a 4-set.
We are now sitting 4 set points advantage. Team Italy
Points to
over
0
Mongolia.
lead, with the Mongolian pair needing to come from the greatest deficit that you can be in mixed teams archery, 4 points to 0 down. This is still possible. Earlier in the session, we saw the Koreans do it. Win the match in a shoot-off. It's Thailand, so can Mongolia replicate that? So 32-25 the score in that set, and it's 4 set points to 0 to Italy.
Team Mongolia shooting first on target 2.
Starting to get things sorted out now on the shooting line for his team. Well, when Dembrell gets it right, she can really score. That's her second 10. Nine. Good score there from Namjilma. So 32, that is comfortably the best score that the Mongolians have had. 2 previous set scores are 25. So let's see how the Italians respond to this. There's 8. So to win this quarterfinal, just a 7 or higher required. They only need a tied set, the Italians. So 7 off the bow here of Mino to move through.
7 to win. 8.
And it's an 8. So well done to Elisabetta Mino and Stefano Traversani. An accomplished performance as they get through this 1-8 elimination match. Third seeds looking solid. Good start for them as they look to go back-to-back in the mixed teams archery recurve competition. And in doing so, of course, winning a bronze again. So we'll see if they can do it. Still going, and there is the confirmed score, 33-32. They win by 6 set points to 0 over Mongolia and qualify for the quarterfinals.
And you will be seeing Italy again later on tonight in the quarterfinals, where they will take on home country Japan later on tonight after 5:30. We now know the identities of of all the teams who will continue their journey to the quarterfinals this evening. And we will be back at 5:30 p.m. to witness the road to the medals for the Recurve mixed team.
So confirming those scores, it's Italy winning by 6 set points to 0, 33 to 32 in that last set.
メダルマッチまで行われます。一体どのチームがメダルを手にするのでしょう。
So let's confirm our quarterfinal lineup. It's going to be the People's Republic of China, who got a bye straight through to the quarterfinals playing Poland, and the Republic of Korea, who won in a shoot-off playing the Russian Paralympic Committee. Italy will play Japan, and it's Great Britain up against Iran in the quarterfinals. Iran also getting a bye straight through to the quarterfinals. Yes, some great action there in this session of mixed teams archery. We hope you enjoyed the 1-8 eliminations. Congratulations to all the winning teams: Poland, the Republic of Korea, the Russian Paralympic Committee, Great Britain, Japan, and Italy. Thank you for watching, and we can hope you can join us for more archery action very soon here from the Paralympic Games at Tokyo 2020.
And you feel like falling Mono English mix.